Hello beautiful people, let's make this rich chin chin. You will need to save this recipe, and here in my bowl I added in all-purpose flour. I like to sift in my flour, and if there are any particles in the flour, you get it out. And I brought in baking powder. I also brought in salt, and I'm going to grate half nutmeg. Nutmeg gives a very unique flavor to your chin chin recipe, and I'm going to mix this to combine properly, for all the dry ingredients to combine properly. I also brought in the sugar. You can use the quantity of sugar that appeals to you, and we'll also mix this in. And now I brought in butter, and I've washed my hands. We are going to mix this butter into the dry ingredients. We'll keep mixing it till it gets like this, gets crumbly. I'll set that aside, and here I have 4 whole eggs. We're going to whisk this properly. And back to the flour and our dry ingredients. I'll make a well and I'll pour in the egg. I also brought in evaporated milk. I found out that evaporated milk works better for chin chin, but you can use any milk available to you. And we'll mix all this in. I'll first use my spatula, then I came in with my hands. We are going to mix it till we get it to a point like this, and I'll transfer it to my work table. And we're going to bring it together. Just need it a little bit for everything to come together. And I'll bring it back into my bowl, and I'll cover this to rest for 10 minutes. And this is after 10 minutes, the dough is relaxed. And in my work table, I will spread out some flour, and I'll bring in some cut out dough. I also floured my rolling pin, so this will help the dough not to stick to the rolling pin and on my work table. And we'll spread it out. Spread it out not so thin. And this is the size of the dough. You can decide to use your knife or your pizza cutter to cut this dough, but the pizza cutter works for me anytime. First, we'll cut off the edges, and gently we are going to cut the chin chin. Observe how I'm doing this. If it's your first time, it might not be this easy, but with time, you'll get perfect with this. And I also sprinkled a little flour on top of the chin chin. This will help it not to stick, but not too much flour so that your oil wouldn't foam. I already have my pan on heat with vegetable oil. You can use any oil of your choice, and you will need hot oil for this chin chin. To test if my oil is ready, I'll first drop in 1 cut out chin chin. If it floats immediately, that tells me the oil is ready. Otherwise, I'll have to give it some time to come up. And quickly, I'm going to stir this vigorously so that the chin chin will not be stuck to each other and there wouldn't be any underneath burning. And we'll fry this on medium to high heat. You have to keep stirring it from time to time till it gets golden brown in color. Also bear in mind that when the chin chin cools, it's going to change 1 shade darker. And I brought it out in my serviette paper to drain out some of the oil. Then I'll transfer it into a bigger tray for air to enter and for it to cool completely. So if your oil is foaming when you're frying the chin chin, you will have to reduce the eggs and the butter. These two, and adding a lot of flour to the cut out dough, contributes to the oil foaming when you're making your chin chin. Always bear this in mind. I hope this video was helpful to you, and these are all our very crunchy chin chin. Crunchy on the outside and very soft inside. You store this in airtight containers and it can last for months. Whenever you take your desired portion, please cover tightly so that it doesn't go soft or mushy. Remember, at Glory Homemaker, we give you value for your time. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video.